What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Death of the Asia You Can't Whoop Me edition. Child, tonight we got to talk about the third member, the unofficial third member of the City Girls, Saucy Santana. He has gone under fire for some past tweets that he did back in the day about Blu Ivy. And he went viral just recently because of those tweets. He was recently performing at the Summer Jam '97. I don't know the whole name of it, but he was recently performing at the Summer Jam. I saw some snippets of it. It was really good. And I think that he had a performance in Houston, and Beat King actually reached out to him regarding his tweets about Blu Ivy, and Saucy Santana actually had some choice words for Beat King when he tried to warn him that he needs to apologize for his previous tweets about Blu Ivy. We're going to get into all of that. Before we get into that, make sure y'all go ahead and like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? First and foremost, I am so sick and tired of all of these grown people talking about Blu Ivy. I don't know what their obsession is with this girl. Beyonce and Jay-Z try their best to keep her out of the public. You'll never hear her saying anything. She does the regular things that any little kid does. They have her hair age appropriate. They dress the girl age appropriate. They look like they are very good parents. When you see her out and about and the way she act and the way that she dress, it seems like they are raising her right, just like any other ordinary kid. And it's so unfortunate that a lot of us as Black people, we are actually anti-Black. And we make comments about each other's hair, calling each other hair nappy and things like that. And we'll be the same ones that have a problem when we go into these jobs. And these jobs are calling our hair unprofessional. We ready to protest and riot when that happens. But we use those same type of slugs to our own people. I really don't. I get it. I get that, we were enslaved at one point and we had to deal with the separation and the colorism and the texturism and things like that. I get why it's happening. But in this day and time, 2022, things like this shouldn't be happening anymore. We shouldn't be clowning people about the color of their skin and the texture of their hair. It's nothing wrong with them letting that girl hair just be free, not manipulating her hair all the time. At the time when Saucy Santana was talking about Blu Ivy was every bit of 2 or 3 years old. At that age, kids' hair get the falling out in spots, they get cradle cap and all this old kind of stuff. It's not really good to be doing a whole lot to these kids' hair. And I feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z need to be applauded for keeping that girl hair natural and not putting chemicals and things in her head. And what do y'all think that this girl hair was supposed to look like if she has 2 Black parents? And Saucy Santana tweeted that, let me pull it up. He ended up tweeting, I don't know what year this was, but it was some time back. He ended up tweeting that North clears Blu Ivy. So y'all know North is Kanye West and Kim Kardashian mixed daughter. And it's so unfortunate that people try and pin mixed kids above Black kids. Both of those kids are absolutely beautiful. North is beautiful and Blu Ivy is beautiful. People be trying to clown Blu Ivy, talking about, oh, she just coming into her look. She's starting to look like her mama. She used to look just like her daddy. She's a perfect blend of her mom and her dad. She looks a lot like her dad and she looks good. She's so pretty. What's wrong with her looking like her daddy? You know what I'm saying? She's still a pretty girl and people use that as a dig. And it's so crazy that we sitting up here, we grown adults, we sitting up here on the internet having to have a conversation with people about leaving folks' kids the fuck alone. That is so crazy. And Saucy Santana should be the last one to talk about somebody. This man is part of a marginalized group of people. You're part of the LGBT community that's always the butt of somebody's joke. Always there's always somebody coming out saying something or doing something that is offensive that they in turn have to apologize for. And you got enough nerve to use your platform in order to drag a kid. I don't appreciate that. And even though it was a long time ago, people got to be mindful of something. Once you become popular and people start to dislike you, they'll start digging for stuff. So the higher you go, the higher you go up, the more and more enemies that you are going to meet, and people are going to go back and look at those old tweets. So you gotta be careful of what it is that you put out there. If you have dreams and aspirations to be somebody in the limelight, to be somebody famous, you gotta be careful of what it is that you put out there. And one thing that Saucy Santana had said that had pissed me off, Saucy Santana, after he made those tweets about Blu Ivy a long time ago and they came back up just recently, he come out and say, "Oh, I'm 28 years old. I don't have that mindset anymore. Y'all ought to know that. Y'all just trying to counsel me." I'm gonna go through the text of what he said, talking about people trying to counsel him and everything like that, basically saying we ought to forget about it. How many times have the LGBT community went and dug up people's old tweets to cancel them? How many times Black people have went and dug up white people old tweets to protest and riot against them, to get them fired from their jobs once they become famous or they become politicians or whatever? We go back digging through their old tweets to bring to light their true character. You get what I'm saying? One thing I know about people, the core of people don't actually change. The core doesn't change. There's things that can change in the way that you are. You might present yourself differently, but the core of you doesn't change unless something dramatic happened. And I don't think it was anything dramatic that happened with Saucy Santana that caused some change, so he don't feel the same way that he used to feel. He feel the same way. He's just famous now to where he want to make it seem like he's different, and he know his words mean something now. People are listening to what it is that he's saying. So now all of a sudden, I don't think like that anymore. No, you still think like that. And the fact that I know you still think like that, you was hard pressed about actually giving an apology. So I'm gonna go to the tweets that he made about Blu Ivy back in the day, and then I'm gonna bring y'all up to speed on what he has said recently in regards to those tweets. So he tweeted once before. He said, "I just want to be Blu Ivy, nappy headed," or he also said, "I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blu Ivy. Have several seats, Blue." No, he said, "I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blu Ivy. Have several seats, Blue. Have several car seats." That's what he said, several car seats. What's this all about? I don't know what was going on in Twitter back at that time, because I'm gonna tell you something. I actually just started to play around with Twitter for real. I had a Twitter account for some time, really didn't do a whole lot on it. Probably should have. Now since I'm doing podcasting or whatever, I probably should have. I had way more followers on there. I probably got about 10, 12 followers, if that. You get what I'm saying? But I still be tweeting sometimes. But you still have to be careful about what it is that you say. So after all of this resurfaced, here comes Saucy Santana. He said, "You fake woke ass bitches, people don't care about old tweets. The internet have this weird thing with power, thinking they have the power to cancel someone. Newsflash, you don't. Y'all be thinking y'all have someone by the balls about situations you don't give a damn about." Then he goes, "Stop all that cap. Trying to ruin people's careers because you at home miserable and broke. I was miserable and broke too, making childish, hateful tweets in 2014. I'm 28 years old, a grown ass adult. a completely different mindset on life from when I was 20. But y'all knew that. Child boo. Please bye. Um, it's the audacity for me. It's the reluctancy for me. Like you don't want to apologize about these tweets. Lets me know that you feel that way. You just wanted to be excused. You want to be one of those people where I can do and say whatever else that I want to, and you can't cancel me, baby. You haven't made it up there yet. You talking about the queen's daughter. You definitely can be canceled. And the funny thing is, when the baby was at Rolling Loud and he was making those comments that he shouldn't have been making about the LGBT community or whatever, he was encouraged to apologize and go to all of these different summits and everything, and an apology was expected of him. People would not let up. I feel like members of the LGBT community need to be on Santana's back, just the way they was on the baby back. They need to be on Santana's back and encourage him to give a public apology, because I think that Santana is at this point where he feel like, he's a marginalized group. He's part of a marginalized group of people. So he shouldn't have to apologize for the things he say. But you do need to apologize for the things you say. You're in the limelight now. And it's not about at this point for me, it's not about Beyonce. It's not about Jay-Z. It's not about the people. He told Beat King told him he needed to apologize. And Saucy Santana said, you know what? I'm not going to apologize. I don't see any reason to come out to perform my show and apologize to the public. If I'm going to apologize to anybody, it needs to be directly to Beyonce now. Let me tell you the reason why you need to apologize to the public, because you put that out to the public. And when you apologize to the public, you're not apologizing to us. You need to apologize to that little girl. You need to give an apology for that little girl, because that little girl is going to get on the internet and see these things about her. And I ain't worried about how Beyonce, I don't care nothing about what Beyonce feel about it or Jay-Z feel about it. I don't care nothing about that. They adults. They could handle it. They've been handling things like that. I'm worried about this child that one day is going to have to come across these things. And there was this adult that was talking about me. I've been talking about me. These adults have been talking about me as a kid. And these adults can't even apologize for talking about me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how that little girl will feel. Imagine how you felt when you were little and people were picking on you. Y'all are literally bullying a child. That's what that is. And I don't think y'all look at it like that. It's more, they celebrities, they don't see it. I'm just having fun. I'm trying to give me some laughs. I'm trying to give me some likes. I'm trying to get me some views. And I'm over here clowning a child. And at the same time, you making yourself look crazy with all that anti-Black rhetoric. You already an unofficial member of the City Girls, and they have had some things out there before about them putting out these troublesome tweets as well. I ain't gonna repeat what they did, because they actually came out and they apologized for it. So for that, I'm not going to revisit those tweets. If you know, you know what I'm saying. But what I can say, whether their apology was sincere or not, they still gave one. And we can't decide the sincerity of somebody's apology or whatever. They gave an apology. Okay, it's water under the bridge. They done went on with their careers. They're flourishing. My thing is not to try and cancel anybody. Cancel culture is not really real. I think the only person that has ever gotten canceled in real life is what's the lady name that sung for the president? It was on the tip of my tongue, y'all. Chrisette Michele. She's the only person that has ever gotten gotten canceled. And the reason why she probably wouldn't have got canceled if she wouldn't have been in one of those. She's like in a subgenre of music, not really mainstream or anything like that. Didn't have a lot going on, wasn't really a household name. So it was, and then she's a black woman, so it's easy to cancel her. So she's the only one that I know that has actually gotten canceled. Her and well, Ja Rule didn't get canceled. He just got destroyed by 50. But as far as being canceled, Chrisette Michele is the only one. So my objective, and I don't think anyone's real objective while Saucy Santana is reaching, ain't nobody objective is to ruin your career. The objective is to just have some humility, like understand what you did was wrong, quit deflecting and coming up with all this BS. It all this time that you took responding to B King, all this time that he took going off on people or whatever and trying to explain where he was at then and where he's at now, he could have just simply used those keystrokes in order to come up with him some type of apology. Where's your publicist? Get your publicist on the line. Have them write up something for you real cute and get it done with so you could go on. That's all people want. And then that way, if it come about and that little girl see it or whatever, she okay, well, he did apologize for it. He feel bad about it or whatever, and just leave it alone and just let it be that. And I would suggest anybody who is going to try and pursue anything that is going to have them in the public eye is go and clean up your tweets and whatever your social media is. If you can't stand on what it is that you're saying, and if you can articulate it and you can explain it, or if it's something that is clearly something that people can take offense to, and it's not something that they just took it the wrong way. See, I'm not into catering to everybody's sensitivities. I'm not into that. I feel like if you try to cater to everybody's sensitivities, I had a situation where somebody approached me about something and trying to get me to cater to certain sensitivities. And I feel like if you try and cater to everybody's sensitivities and stop your creative ability and try and be so careful with everything that you say and everything that you do, I feel like if you do that, then you can't be authentic. You can't deliver. So don't let nobody put you in that trick bag. But you do have to be careful with some things. For prime example, the way they just recently did Lizzo. Lizzo said spaz in her song. She's spazzing out or something in one of her songs. Oh, people want to get sensitive about that. And Lizzo changed the lyrics. Kudos to Lizzo for doing it. I'm the type of person now, that is when, in that particular case, that's one of those cases when you respond like Saucy Santana responded. Now, hey, now, y'all doing a little bit too much. Now, I ain't mean nothing about that. Y'all know that when we say spaz, we mean this. We ain't talking about, bitch, you got a nerve damage and you having spasm, muscle spasms or whatever in your neurological issues. We ain't talking about that. We talking about, and ain't nobody never thought about somebody literally having a spasm when they said spaz out. See, we not finna do that. You not finna pinpoint and pick apart every little bitty word. Now, at that particular time, Lizzo should have went Saucy Santana on their ass. But Lizzo did what she needed to do that was necessary for her career. She's in a different space. She's bigger than a Saucy Santana. She's bigger than someone like me. I give commentary, so it's a little bit different. You get what I'm saying? My thoughts and opinions is for entertainment purposes, where else her music is for entertainment purposes as well. But the people try and make it seem like in music that everything that is said is just your actual personal opinion, and you intentionally went out your way in order to put these words together to offend somebody. You ain't finna do that to me. That's when she should have went Saucy Santana on their ass regarding that. Let me look at some of these comments real quick. Jake Keish said the problem is that folks think because it was Beyonce's daughter that she should have been glammed up and just forgot that she was a baby. Ain't no way in the world that that baby should have been glammed up. Let me tell you something. Beyonce can't she can't win for losing. She can't win for losing. She be damn if she do, damn if she don't. I do not blame her for keeping that baby outside the limelight. You see, you ain't know you don't see them other two. And I don't blame her because if she had the girl dolled up, if she pulled the Kim Kardashian and had the girl all dolled up like they did North, then they will be saying they dressing up too grown and they doing too much. You need to let the baby be a baby. And now that she letting the baby be a baby, now they got a problem. They got a problem with that. If I was Beyonce, I'd be paying people dust. And Beyonce, she does a really good job at paying people dust. I, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to be Beyonce. I really wouldn't want to be Beyonce because I know it gotta be hard at times where people try and hold you to disregard, make it seem like you're godlike. And then also they try and tear you down at the same time. You always the topic of discussion, center of attention. You don't even have a chance to have normalcy in your own life. So you try and create some sense of normalcy for your kids. And people have a problem with that. I know these people are celebrities and everything, but y'all gotta quit idolizing these celebrities like that. I don't idolize no celebrity like that. Beyonce could walk right past me right now. Hey girl, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I will try and get a picture or something, but if I ain't finna, oh my God, oh, I ain't no falling out or be, oh my God, I'm stuck. I don't know what to say. I'm intimidated because Beyonce don't walk past me. This is just another woman. She just has a talent that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? And it has afforded her a good life. But she's just another person, just like everybody else. She has feelings just like everybody else. So why? And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't mind dragging no celebrity. I do not mind dragging a celebrity. But when you have somebody that is unproblematic as Beyonce, when the last time y'all heard Beyonce say something? I think the last time we heard Beyonce say something when she was doing, I don't know if it was about the police brutality, or y'all remember when Beyonce had did that, she did that video and it was a piano or a harp or something playing in the background, and she was delivering a message and she had got clown for that. They be talking about they don't do nothing for the people, then you do something for the people, that ain't enough. And listen, if I was Beyonce and Jay-Z, I'd be like, fuck them people. I will walk around here acting like I'm better than y'all. I will walk around here looking down on y'all and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to look up to me because you the one down here, down bottom, and you throwing peanuts or whatever the case may be. I will be looking down on your pitiful ass. If I was Beyonce, I would carry if I was Beyonce, I'd carry myself just the same way people think about her. I'd carry myself like that. I'd be the nastiest bitch you ever want to see. Mm-mm. So if I start selling records, don't go buy my record. Do not go buy my record because if I get to Beyonce status, y'all not gonna like me. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna be looking at a bit all kinds of sideways. You don't touch me. Don't get them too close, bitch. You can't breathe the same air that I breathe. Like I would be acting like that. I would be acting like complete royalty, bitch. I would be walking around with a halo on my head and everything. You hear me? I'll be having on a cry robe. Y'all think I'm Jesus already. Anyway, I'll be walking around with a cry robe on and a halo. Y'all will be looking at me real crazy. I'm gonna tell you who used to be like that, and he done got a little bit better. That damn Kanye West. That's the reason why I love Kanye West. He wasn't fucking with y'all. Kanye West was not fucking with the people. You hear me? I like Kanye West. People need to be like Kanye West. Beyonce, you need to be like Kanye West, and just start clicking on Twitter or something. These people need to leave you alone, girl. Your husband a billionaire, y'all billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got all the money in the nose, Carter family or whatever. Girl, let your nuts hang. You know what I'm saying? Shit, cuss these motherfuckers out. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if Beyonce came off her pedestal and with a kicking ass. I wouldn't be mad because people play too much. That lady don't bother nobody. She don't bother nobody. You know what I'm saying? She was even in silence when Solange was on the elevator beating Jay-Z ass. You know, that lady don't bother nobody. She just kept it real cute. Jay-Z over there getting Peter rolled by Solange, and Beyonce just like y'all ghetto motherfuckers ain't finna fuck up my image. Beyonce wasn't here for it, you hear me? No, God. But people need to stop. And what Sharifa. Oh, I love that name. I hope I said it right. Sharifa Sweets. Exactly. I don't understand why he couldn't just apologize. His pride and ego ruined his career. Girl, he a diva. He's giving very much. He's giving that bottom energy, a real diva, um, a messy queen. That's what he is. Um, I'm gonna tell you somebody else who disappointed me regarding all this stuff. That damn Lisa Ray. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love Fox Soul. One day, hopefully, I'll get over there. I love me some TGI Friday because y'all know Funky Dineva and Armand Wiggins. They my favorite YouTubers. I don't give a damn what Funky Dineva is doing. I'm gonna be over there. I'm watching it. I don't care if he don't put out enough content fast enough. I go watch old videos. I just love me some. I binge watch Funky Dineva. I love me some Funky Dineva. So I love TGIF. I like Claudia Jordan and I like Al Reynolds on the show together, or whatever. I also like Cocktails with Queens. Those two shows are my most watched on YouTube. Cocktails with Queen and TGIF. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if Lisa Ray is a bad panelist to have on there or a good one. I'm gonna tell you why. Lisa Ray says some of the darnest things. And sometimes the darnest things, they do help for ratings. Saying that those things that are shocking, it does help your numbers, right? You have those viral moments. But I won't want my viral moments to keep making me look stupid. You know, I won't want my viral moments to actually be hurting me more than helping me. When I look at Cocktails with Queens, it looks like, you have these four mature women, they well versed, well rounded, very intelligent, successful in their own right, doing their thing, very beautiful, just talented. I'm looking at that panel, it's just black excellence to define it. So Claudia, she comes with the chops, very witty. I love her timing. Vivica, she's a fiery, but she also knows how to bring a point home. Then you have Selena Johnson. Selena is just always she's chill, she's on point, baby. She be sitting. I love me some Selena Johnson. I don't know who is my favorite on there, but I be looking forward to what Selena is gonna say and then what Claudia gonna slide in. So I like their dynamic. But that Lisa Ray is always saying something just off-putting. And it'll make you just be like, okay, we got to kind of try to wiggle our way out of this, right? So I was watching Cocktails with Queens, and they talked about Saucy Santana talking about Blu Ivy. Vivica A. Fox had told Lisa Ray, if he would have said that about Bella, you would have went off or something like that. And Bella is Lisa Ray's granddaughter. So Vivica A. Fox said, if he would have said that about Bella, then you would have went off. Lisa Ray says, and I'm not, this isn't verbatim, but basically Lisa Ray says, he wouldn't have said that about Bella because her hair ain't nappy. Lisa Ray, you was better off just saying what Saucy. You didn't do any better than Saucy Santana. You have the same sentiment. Matter of fact, you may be worse than Saucy Santana because you elderly. This boy, he 28 years old. He said this at 20. Even though he was deflecting, he did come back and say, I don't even think like that. But for you to come out your mouth and say, but her hair not nappy, that means that you do feel like Blu Ivy's hair was nappy. And Vivica A. Fox even had to say, it doesn't matter. It's still a child. And all of the other ladies was like, you should have seen, y'all should have seen. Y'all didn't go watch it. Go watch the the Cocktails with Queens. Claudia Jordan face was just told it all, and Selena Johnson was like, "You seen it." Their reactions was like, "Nah, girl, this ain't it." Lisa Ray, you seem like, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Lisa Ray seems like one of those light-skinned women who think that she's better than those light-skinned women who are the mean girls. Lisa Ray has those different color eyes. She's been considered a sex symbol for the majority of her life. At this point, not aging really well. She's still beautiful, but it does, that light skin is cracking under the sun. Let's put it that way. So while you're sitting around and you saying things and it comes off as you a colorist, because she has said some things before where she be trying to make it seem like she don't understand certain things that goes on in society, or it seems like she don't understand colorism and texturism and featureism and things like that. That's what it seems like. But you're not even aging well with your light skin. I don't know if you ain't using your sunscreen or something like that or whatever. Your body is still all right, but you're not aging well. You kind of you giving me a Eddie from what's the son name? Eddie from the Addams Family Tea. That's who you giving me. Whatever the son name was with that, whatever that V cut in your hairline or whatever, that's what you giving me. And you sitting up there looking like an old grumpy ass woman. And she even made a comment. She brought up, they was talking about Tisha Campbell and Martin reuniting. And she had said something about Dwayne Martin, Tisha Campbell ex-husband, and how he had something to do with the dismantling of her marriage with her husband. She need to go get her a little piece of Iyanla Vanzant again. She need another little piece of Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant really need to come out of retirement because she got a lot of people that need some help for real. Because I don't be getting Lisa Ray. I'm gonna just be perfectly honest. I don't like Lisa Ray. I don't like Lisa Ray. I like everybody else on the show, but I don't like Lisa Ray. She's just a mean girl. And like I said, I don't know if she's good for the show for the long haul. I don't know if I don't know what she actually brings other than controversy, because when she even try and make a point about something, it's always left field. It's kind of like when she started talking, it's kind of like, oh, okay, let us let her talk because she's on here, but we know she's finna say something stupid and we gonna have to bring it back. She's too old for that. She's one of those girls that she definitely gives me one of those chicks that got away with her looks. Only thing she had to do was look good. She didn't have to have much brain. Only thing she needed to do was actually look good. Because when I hear her talk, it's not somebody that I would just want to sit up and listen to as an elder. I don't feel like it's nothing that you could. I don't feel like it's nothing that you can tell me. Nothing. She ought to be ashamed of herself for that. And they probably need to recast. They probably gonna end up having to recast, because if anything will be a detriment to that show, it'll be that damn Lisa Ray. Brian Henderson said Eddie Monster. Yeah, Eddie Monster from the Addams Family is giving very much that. John Wesley say high yellow privilege as well. Yep, yep, it definitely is. And John Wesley said she even laughed at the story when Claudia was telling it. She did. I wouldn't be surprised if Lisa Ray put out some tweets or something like that before. Ain't no telling. Sharifa said, I think Lisa be drunk on the show. She says the wildest thing, shaking my head. I don't know. Sometimes they'll ask them. I think on this show she was drinking water. If I'm not mistaken, out of that mug, she was drinking water. Hell, I be drunk on my show. I ain't saying that dumb shit. It's no excuse because let me tell you something. I'm finna tell you something, Sharifa. And we all know this, so I'm speaking. I'm speaking to the choir right now. A drunk tongue speaks a sober mind. So whether she's drunk or not, if she's drunk or not, she's speaking what's on her mind. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta keep that in mind. A sober tongue speak a drunk tongue speaks a sober mind. Sharifa said Iana needs to come back and fix Blueface in his dysfunctional family. Child, I don't know what's going over there with Blueface now. It be so much going over there. That girl done got the tattoo all up in here and his whole face on her neck and the baby mama jumping on his mama and he ain't jumping on the girl for jumping on his mama, baby. That's a whole child. You finna make me have to go get into this Blueface and talk about that because ain't nobody talking about that Blueface mess. But it's so much going on to it's ridiculous over there with them. But anyway, let's get back to Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana is one of those people that I don't feel like, how can I put this? With his attitude, he's not going to be around long. And if he's going to be around long, it's going to be like that underground type scene. He might do a couple Pride concerts or something like that. He might get some little underground shows or whatever, like a little event here and there. But if he keep on up with this attitude, this real bad attitude, he gonna have a problem. And let me tell you something. Saucy Santana he went on to whose podcast was that I was watching? Don't Call Me a White Girl. He was on Don't Call Me a White Girl, and he was talking about, the backlash of people talking about him and him being gay and all of that. And he was basically breaking down how that affected him. But yet you talking about this little girl. Come on now. And you don't feel like it's a problem. You don't feel like you need to apologize when I'm sure you will have liked for a whole lot of people to apologize for you and all the barriers that you have had to break and come through and all the no's that you got and all the side eyes that you got try and break into the industry. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you don't want to apologize. If you keep that up, you ain't gonna go too far. That nasty attitude. And to be honest with you, Saucy Santana, your attitude, the way that you're carrying yourself, it's stereotypical of gay guys. And if I was a gay guy watching the way that you move, I would actually have a problem with you because your attitude is stereotypical as what people think gay guys are. Like full of mess, full of drama, bad attitudes, bad mouth. Get what I'm saying? You're a public figure now. And unfortunately, that comes with some type of social responsibility. I know it's hard. I have people that come to me sometime and be like, hey, you're gonna have to watch this and you're gonna have to watch that. And when I think about it, I be like, man, fuck them people. You get what I'm saying? But all at the same time, when I look at what other people are doing, it makes me look at, hey, I don't plan on being behind this computer screen forever. You get what I'm saying? So I do need to be careful about certain things. Now, if it's something I absolutely believe in and I stand on or whatever, that's just dead on that. Like I said, somebody came to me about a most recent video. I go ahead and tell y'all what happened since we're talking about it. I did a video and I was talking about Kevin Gates and Drika. And I was talking about that song Super General that Kevin Gates came out with. And I was talking about the fact that this the picture was going around about Drika messing with a personal trainer. And the personal trainer just so happens to be this lesbian, or I don't know if she's lesbian or not, but she's very much a stud or whatever. She has the, that more masculine aesthetic, so to speak. So I'm not gonna label the lady, right? But the picture that was going around, they were saying that this was the personal trainer that Drika was messing with. So I'm just like everybody else. I don't know for sure. It's all alleged. I don't know. So I'm coming on the show, talking about it, laughing about it, having a good time, made some jokes, just all in fun. You know what I'm saying? Crack some jokes on the lady or whatever the case may be. And I didn't have to go there. You get what I'm saying? But I went there, cracked some jokes on the lady. Um, and I got a message on Instagram, and somebody said, "Hey, I got some information about the trainer that you were talking about. This is a random person. I don't know this person or whatever. My platform is not that big for me to be missing DMs or anything like that right now. So I see what people be saying, and if somebody message me, I get it, right? So I said, "You talking about Drika and Kevin Gates?" And the person says, "Yes, give me a call." So I confided in some of my comrades, and I was like, "Do y'all think I should call this person?" And they was like, "Hell yeah, you need to call him. You probably get some type of exclusive or something." And I said, I don't know. I don't really want these people to be having my number or anything like that. So I think I called it block. I tried to. I don't know if Star 67 still worked, but I did use Star 67 and called the number. So I'm gonna pull up my DM so I could tell y'all what actually went down. So I called this person, have a phone call. I get on the phone with the person. This person tells me I'm the cousin of the personal trainer that you're talking about. And my cousin doesn't have anything to do with this. And right now, she's actually on tour with Kevin Gates, and she doesn't have anything to do with this. That's not her. And he actually showed me through his Instagram like a long time ago. He had posted a picture, said they were what, like 9 months apart, posted a picture of her, said they was 9 months apart, and and she had commented. Then he accidentally told me her name in the conversation. The way he pronounced her name, her real name, I didn't understand it. And I said, "What did you say?" And he was like, "Oh, you just want me to say her name?" And I really didn't, because the way that he pronounced it don't sound like the way it's pronounced. So I really didn't think that he was actually saying the name, because to be honest, I really didn't care, because I wasn't that invested to be trying to drag somebody. I'm like, "Hey, this is a hot topic. It's going down right now. I'm finna jump on here. I'm finna talk about it. I'm about to get into the algorithm like everybody else, right?" So he went on and talking, and he was just like, "My cousin is beautiful. She's this, and she's very accomplished. She works with celebrities and all of that." I said, "You know what? I can appreciate you reaching out about your cousin." I said, "That's dope of you to do that." I said, "Now, I didn't come up with this story or this information or anything." I said, "It's floating around the internet." So I grabbed it like everybody else, and hell, I'm talking about it. And I said, "I assume, I don't know for sure." I reiterated that in my video. I said, "But now here's the thing." And he was offended by the fact that I was talking about the way that this woman looked. I said, "I could give you that." I said, "I tell you what." I said, "You know what? I could have did my commentary without talking about how she looked. I could have left it out. And I could see how you could feel a way about me talking about how she looked." And he was like, "Oh, okay. We had a good, you know, heart to heart conversation. One, no smoke, no cussing, no, attitude. He didn't come to me with no attitude. I ain't give him no attitude or whatever. And I even told him, I said, if you want me to, I said I could come back and I could make a video talking about our conversation if you would like, and just clear it up. Now he did say something about some other stuff that I'm not gonna get into, but I basically told him, I said, look, I'm taking your information that you're telling me, I'm taking that into consideration. In my mind, I don't know you. I don't know her. I don't know if what you're telling me is true. I don't know if you got a fake page. I don't know the person behind it. I don't know none of that. You're saying that you're her cousin. Allegedly, at this particular point, you are her cousin. So I'm just taking this all at face value or whatever the case may be. But just that interaction, you get what I'm saying? Just having that interaction with somebody and just being like, you know what, I could have been wrong right here. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for that. I don't apologize for talking about the story. I'm not gonna apologize about, hey, reiterating, hey, this is something that is going on and this is what has been said. I'm not talking about it because I wasn't talking about it in a matter of fact way, but I can apologize for talking about this woman looks. And when I went to go look at her actual page, where he said it was her page, when I went to look at the page, yeah, she got some pictures, and I'm like, okay, I see you, or whatever, legs, hips, thighs, body, yada, yes, God, honey. I was like, okay, I see what you're talking about. It's giving what it was supposed to have gave. And that's dead on that. That's something you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But we were able to we had a private conversation. You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't no thing for me to, like, I told him, I could come on here and I could, hey, say, hey, I had this conversation and this is what it is. But he did tell me, then I won't even say his name or whatever, but he did tell me, he was like, she probably won't be happy with the fact that I reached out. And once I, told her if she seen it, she'll probably laugh at it, because she got so much going on or whatever. But then I have to take into consideration where even though she's with these celebrities and all this old kind of stuff, and she's a celebrity trainer or whatever, that person still has feelings too. And if it did hit somebody, it didn't probably touch her. She wasn't the one that reached out, but her family member felt some type of way about it and reached out to me. So I can't do nothing but, what I'm saying, commend that person for standing up for their relative or whatever, and just saying, hey, if I fucked up, I fucked up, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, it wasn't no ill intention. It wasn't no story that I'm trying to grab and drag it all the way out, bitch. I ain't trying to be no Tasha K or nothing like that. This is just some rumor. I ain't going trying to find no exclusive and break no stories. I'm just talking about what's already on the internet. You get what I'm saying? So it's just dead on it. But when something like that happened, it's okay. It's okay to say, you know what, I was wrong. Why is that gonna hurt you? Saucy Santana gonna hurt himself more by not just giving an apology. His career, baby, it's real easy. It's real easy to cancel you. Lil Nas X is way bigger than you, make way better music than you, is a damn good artist. And I ain't gonna tell no lie. I like Saucy Santana's music. Some of it is given. Um uh what's the boy name? I just said his name. That damn Lil Nas X, he ain't get nominated for nothing for BET. And if you ask me, he's a megastar. You barely out of the nightclub doing an open mic. And you talking about you ain't gonna apologize to nobody. But y'all should have known that Saucy Santana was a messy queen when he came out with that walk song. I'm gonna show you how to walk. I'm gonna show you how to walk is a diss track to Roland Ray. And y'all know Roland Ray is the virus sensation, the guy that's in a wheelchair. He gay too. But he's in a wheelchair. I know he be taking all kinds of dick up his numb ass. But him and Saucy Santana, they got into it. And so Saucy Santana came out with a song, I'm gonna show you how to walk, 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 walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? This man done went in on the handicap. But my thing is this. Roland Ray be coming out his mouth. He be having a whole lot to say or whatever. And I feel like ain't nothing wrong with clowning him back. I'm all for equality when it comes to that. When it comes to grown people, if you happen to have some type of ailment or whatever the case may be, you ain't gonna get no sympathy for me. You coming out your neck sideways. I don't care what it is that you're going through, whatever it is that society feel like you got going on that is a flaw. If you come at me, I'm gonna come at you and I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. I'm gonna go after your flaw. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and give me an easy knockout. I'm gonna go after your flaw. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your wheelchair. If you go too far, I'm pulling family members out the grave. Like that's where we going with it. So just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing off limits. You can't get to getting into it with people. And then you start sparking flames. You start lighting a flame and you try to tell somebody how to put the fire out. You get what I'm saying? You can't piss somebody off and then tell them how mad to get. Don't do nothing to me. You push me, I might, you know what I'm saying, come back and, pop trunk. Ain't no telling. You get what I'm saying? So leave folks alone. Rolling Ray, he want to talk about somebody. He got talked about. A whole diss track got made after him. So he should feel good about himself. He's relevant enough for somebody to be thinking about him overnight and writing songs. So he ain't off limits. Um, Kari said, "What's up, sis? Hey, girl." John Wesby said, "I think he thinks he's bigger than what he is because of his friendship with the City Girls." Yeah, he thinks he's bigger than what he is because of the friendship with the City Girls. And quiet as it's kept, he needs to be careful because, like I said, there were old tweets from the City Girls. I ain't gonna bring that back up. It is what it is, but we all know how it is when um gay boys be with a lot of these heterosexual cisgender women or whatever, and how that play out. It's like, I'm cool with you, you my Judy or whatever, but I'm gonna use your sexuality as a dig towards other people. So that happens. So I ain't gonna talk too much about the City Girls because I love them hoes. But and the Carisha new show, baby. Carisha, please, that podcast. I'm here for it. I'm ready for some more episodes. That was a dope interview with her and Diddy. What we is. Um Kyrie say he messy too. He be fucking with people. Yep, Rolling Ray. Yep. Kyra said this shit too funny though. Yes, indeed. But anyway, man, people gotta be careful out here, and they gotta do right. You ain't gotta let nobody censor you. But you could say what you could have fun. You could say what you want to say, but talking about kids, that's just downright malicious. Especially if it's a kid that you're not front and center, you're not in the limelight. I know there's been times where we've had conversations and we talked about D Wade daughter, Zell Wade. I don't think I've ever said anything pertaining to how she looked, or anything like that. Now, how she dressed, sometimes I actually would just like for her to dress more like a kid instead of an old lady. She don't dress provocative, but it be like them old Catherine's, Little House on the Prairie type. It's not giving fashion forward. It's giving very much uh medieval times. You know what I'm saying? It be that, I don't know what, all the ruffles and whatever, the long shoes. It's like I would like to see on some, like some cute hip clothes. That's the only thing I just feel like, just put her in some better clothes. That's all I've ever had to say in regards to her. Because she's not ugly or anything like that. I don't like the fact that the Wades put her sexuality out there front and center, or not her sexuality, but her gender identity, and try and make her the front and center for trans people. We got enough trans people that's grown, that's front and center, that's doing their thing. We got T.S. Madison. Let T.S. Madison do it. And she does it, and she does it well. We got T.S. Madison out here doing her thing. We don't need no little kid as no spokespersons for the trans. You get what I'm saying? We need to let her transition, and go through that in private, because the world is cruel. As you can see, you have Saucy Santanas of the world out here talking about children or whatever. But dial her up a little bit. I know they probably be like, I think probably the way they be letting her dress or whatever probably be a way to protect her as well, so she won't look so flamboyant or anything like that. But it's okay to get prissy. Let her get prissy and stuff. If she gonna do it, let her do it. She ain't, don't be trying to dress her in all them clothes or whatever. Let her be cute and prissy or whatever. She be trying, but you ain't gotta wear them old long dresses and stuff like that. Um, Kyrie said, "Hey, I'm digging her and Diddy. They really like each other. Carisha and Diddy, yes, I love them. Oh my God, I did not think that was the. They need to get married actually, because they vibe, their chemistry is off the chain, and I love the fact that Diddy, he got him a black woman, roundaway girl, just, you know what I'm saying, your little regular hood chick or whatever the case may be. I love it. I'm here for it. And I ain't never been a big fan of Diddy, but him and Carisha, like seeing him interact with her, I'm like, oh my God, she handle him a little bit, she be handling him a little bit and making him laugh, making him blush or whatever, and he just go with what she say. You like, yeah, okay, that's what we is. Okay, I like it. It's cute. It's real cute. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off here. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Y'all know I pop up on here, so make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss my upcoming videos. Go and watch some of my old videos. I want y'all to check out that video on. Go check out Cocktails with Queens. I think it was the last episode when they was talking about the Blu Ivy situation, where you could catch Lisa Ray reaction. Um, and make sure that y'all go and subscribe to the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I'm a co-host on there as well. It's every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We be getting it in. We be having a good time. A damn good show. If you love hip hop, if you love some good banter, some it could get a little rough, but if you like good banter, then that's definitely a show that you would like to watch. And that's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time every Mondays. The link is down in the description as well. Kari says she chilling for real. She made me like him. I couldn't stand Diddy ass. Yep, she did. She made me like him too. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.